Hello. Hello. Assalamu alaikum. So today we are going to start again solving paper for O levels, A levels, November 2021 attempt, the last attempt. And now, inshallah, I'm praying for all my students to be successful, inshallah, in coming June, May June exams, inshallah. So let's see our paper today. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay. Now, this is our paper. November 2021, O levels, 7707, paper 12. Okay. So this is our paper today, and we have to solve this paper. Okay. Let's start with first MCQ. Okay. Which statement is correct? C. The accountant prepares the trial balance and the bookkeeper prepares the financial statement. No, bookkeeper is not responsible to prepare any financial statement, so this cannot be answer. Sorry. The accountant writes up journal? No. So this could not be the answer. The bookkeeper writes up the journal, accountant prepares trial balance. Okay. No. The bookkeeper writes up the ledger account and accountant prepares the financial statements. Yes. This is the answer. D option is the answer. Okay. Number 2, which formulas may be used for accounting equations? Number 1, asset is equal to owners minus equity minus liabilities. Accounting equation, liabilities and equity cannot be subtracted. They should always be added. So this could not be the option. This is wrong. Getting my point here? This is wrong. Okay. Liability is equal to assets minus owner's equity. Yes, this is right. This is correct. Okay. Owner's equity is equal to assets plus liabilities. Okay, this is wrong. Assets is not going to be added with liabilities or capital. Owner's equity plus liability is equal to assets. Yeah, this is correct. So 2 and 4 are correct option. So our answer is C option. Yes, C is the correct answer. Done? Okay. Now move to question number 3. Goods purchased on credit from Zamir were written by Ashwin. Which entries should Zamir make to record? Zamir is the seller. So when he is receiving goods from the customer, he is going to returns, sales returns debit and Ashwin credit. This C option should be the answer. Okay, now come to question number 4. During her first financial year, a trader paid 1,800 for insurance and 3,200 for rent. At the end of the financial year, she transferred insurance 1,500 and rent 3,600. It means rent still prepaid 300 and insurance is still 300 prepaid and rent is 400 accrued. Okay, he has paid less rent, he has paid more for insurance. So expenses are prepaid and rent is accrued. C option is the answer. Okay. Now move to the next question. Question number 5. Now, Lee bought goods $800, 15% trading. She later returned half of these goods as their faulty. Which document did Lee issue to supplier for the returned goods? Obviously, debit note. When a person is returning goods, he will issue debit note. So, these two could be the answer, C or B or D. But the thing is, 4,000, half goods 4,000, multiply by 15% trade discount. It means 85% is the amount, 3,400. So B option should be the answer. Okay. Number 6. What is a check counterfoil used for? Check counterfoil, we make entry in check counterfoil when we issue a check. So we have to make a credit entry in the bank column of the cash flow. This is the answer. Now come to this. Farooq sells goods on credit. A check from Khalid, a credit customer, was dishonored by the way. Dishonored by is very easy. Khalid debit, bank credit. You know that. Dishonored. Okay. Why does a supplier offer trade discount? Yes, to encourage bulk buying. Very simple answer. Okay. And maintains a petty cash book using the Impress system. Which statement is not correct? Okay. So we have to be careful which statement is not correct. Okay. Now, petty cash book is maintained by a junior member of staff. Yes, it's true. This is true. Okay. At any time, petty cash, any time vouchers plus the petty cash balance are equal to the press amount. Yes. Okay. The chief cashier is not asked continually for a small sum of money. Yes. We don't bother chief accountant or chief cashier for small amounts. The number of entries in the cash book increases because a large number of small cash payments. No. Due to petty cash book, small amount, large number of small cash payments are avoided in cash book. So this is wrong. This is incorrect. So this is the answer. Now come to 10. A sales invoice for $800 was incorrectly recorded in the sales journal as 1800. How did this error affect the trial balance? Suppose if you have made an entry in the trial balance, in the sales ledger of 1800, which is incorrect. So the trial balance, this is an error not affecting trial balance. Okay, so both sides of the trial balance are overstated by 1. Okay. A standing order is paid for the rent has not been entered in accounting representative, which statement is correct. Okay. See. Now, standing order is an order to the bank to pay a certain amount every month to anybody, but we have to give mostly for rent. We have given a standing order in writing to the bank. Okay, please pay our rent every month to our landlord, whoever we write for. Okay. Now, because of the payment was made automatically, no additional entries are required in the accounting records. False. Because the payment was made, only an entry in the rent account is required. No. Entries are required in the cash book and in the bank reconciliation statement. No. Entries are required in the cash book and the nominal ledger. It's the only thing left. So, D option is the answer. The bank statement had a credit balance of 2,690. Okay. And checks totaling 850 had not been present, unpresent checks. Balance as per bank statement is given. So unpresented checks is going to be deducted. Are you getting my point here? So the answer would be, if you deduct 2,690 from 850, 2,690 minus 850, the answer is 1840. This is the answer. Okay. Now come to 13. A trader has purchased a new business premises. What are the examples of capital expenditures? Capital expenditures are incurred once. Don't forget that. Okay. Cost of heating and lighting new premises? No. Heating and lighting is a revenue expenditure you have to pay again and again, at least 12 times in a year. Cost of purchasing new premises? Yes. Legal cost of purchasing the new premises? Yes. Office furniture purchase for the use of new premises? Yes. 2, 3, and 4. So C option is going to be the answer. Okay, what about 14? Now, two companies each purchase a motor vehicle for $10,000 at the beginning of year 1. Company G uses straight line method at the rate of 15%, while company H using reducing balance method at the rate of 20%. What was the charge, depreciation charge? What different charge means what we have to report in income statement, not in balance sheet. In balance sheet, we report provision for depreciation. Now, when we are reporting depreciation in second year's income statement, what would be the amount? So what we have to do, 10,000 multiplied by 15%. The straight line method would show 1,500. Every year it will show 1500. Acha, but what about company, the second company? 10,000 multiplied by 20%, 2,000. So 8,000 is the back book value while computing the second year's depreciation. 8,000 multiplied by 20%, the answer is 1,600. So $100 greater for H should be the answer. Okay. At the end of the year, final Mui had prepaid rate of 1,500. How should he record this? Okay. Now, when an accountant or an owner comes to realize that rent expense includes an amount of 1,500, so what she has to do? She will credit rent expense, and prepaid rent will appear as a debit. Okay. So B option should be the answer. Okay. B option should be the answer. Now, come to the next question. Okay, we have to go to the next page. 16. After preparing financial draft of financial at the year and of her first year of trading, Lucy discovered two errors. Damaged inventory had been valued at cost price of 340. It was expected to sell at 180. Now, when we decrease the value of closing inventory by that was reported at 340 minus 180, we have to decrease the value of closing inventory by 160. That 160 is going to increase cost and decrease gross profit. Okay. Now, what about second item? Uh, 100 items which had been expected to sell for $12 each had been valued at their cost price of $7 each. Carriage inward of $1 for each item had not been included in the cost. So if we include carriage of $1 for 100 items, it means $100. We are going to increase the value of, when we rectify this error, we are going to increase the cost of sales by $100. It means we have to decrease profit by $100. When we are increasing the value of closing inventory by $100, cost is increased, cost is decreased, and profit is increased. So again, here we have the amount of gross profit is overstated by 60. Okay, 160 is the difference of inventory. Okay, because we have to decrease the closing inventory. So when we decrease the closing inventory, our cost is increased and gross profit is going to decrease by 160. And for $100, when we increase the cost of closing inventory by $100, what will happen? Our cost will increase, and our closing inventory's cost is increased, cost of sales is decreased, and profit is increased. So there is a difference of 100 and 160. So the total error is, at this time, without solving these errors, we are in our gross profit is showing $60 overstated. Okay. Now, what is an advantage of partnership? What is an advantage and a disadvantage of operating as a sole trader? Okay. C and D cannot be the answer. Remember, C and D cannot be the answer because this is actually the disadvantage. So the answer is can be A or B. So what is A? Gains all the profit, bear all the risk. Yes, this is advantage and disadvantage. Okay. So A option is the answer. Okay. 18. What is shown in the capital and liability section of a financial statement of business? Okay. Now, you know that capital and liabilities are the sources of the asset. Asset means resources. So, where the resources of the business have come from, this should be the answer. Very simple. What about 16, 17, 19? John maintains a full set of accounting records. Why does he prepare a statement of financial position? To calculate a profit? No, we make income statement for making profit. To check asset is equal to capital plus liability? No. Show the transaction that took place during the year? No. To summarize, the business owns and what it owns. Actually, this is it. Okay. Financial position. Asset is equal to liabilities plus capital is the formula. If suppose you are confused with the B option here. So remember, asset is equal to capital plus liabilities is actually the accounting equation on which a financial statement or financial position is based. A balance sheet is based. Okay. Now, a sole trader paid off the business overdraft using his own personal fund. I must tell you one thing you remember, if owner is paying something from his business, or personal, not from the business account, from his personal resources or personal funds, no effect on assets. Getting my point? If he is paying any of our expense or liability from his own personal resources, there is no effect on asset. So C should be the answer. Okay. Hassan found that he needed help to run his business. He decided to make a partner rather than employ an assistant. Why did he decide to take a partner? Now, he can employ an assistant, but he likes partner. Okay. Now, in this question, the most important thing we have to do is the most important thing we have to do in this question is we do not need to show advantage of assistant because he is giving preference to partner. So there must be something negative about an assistant. Okay, are you getting my point? So an assistant would not interfere is an advantage of having an assistant. He's not going to interfere. Assistant would not share risk. This is a disadvantage. Getting my point? That's why we prefer partner. A partner would introduce some additional capital. Okay. A partner would take a share of profit. No. Okay. So I think this is a disadvantage of partner. 2 and 3. So the option is, or the correct answer is C. Because 1 is advantage of assistant and the fourth statement is a disadvantage of partnership. But when we are giving preference, we have to look for the advantages of partner and disadvantages of assistant. Okay. Now 23. Anwar is a sole trader making annual profits 24,000. He decided to admit Dilip as a partner. They agreed Anwar will receive a salary and profit and losses will share equal. The forecast appropriation account for the partnership years is first year of trade. Now, our question is how much Anwar's total income increase? See, 10,000 Anwar will get salary and out of 40,000 profit, if divided equally, he will get 20,000 residual profit. So it means he will get 30,000 as a partner. As a sole trader, he is earning 24,000. It means his income will increase by 6,000. Okay. This is question number 22. Now come to question number 23. Okay. Now, BCD Limited, it's a very easy question. Limited provides the following information: ordinary shares, retained earnings, dividends. How much is the total equity and capital employed? For equity, what we do, we add ordinary share capital and retained earnings. This is 500,000. So this C or D could be the answer. Okay, because these two can't be the answer. A and B, useless. Okay. So now, what about capital employed? Capital employed should be all equity and long-term liabilities. So we have to add everyone. So that would make 670,000. It means D option should be the answer. Getting my point? Between C and D, we have to take capital employed as 670,000. Got it? Okay. Now, issued share capital of CD Limited consists of ordinary shares, retained earnings 86,000 at start of the year and 88,500 at the end of the year. The company made a profit during the year 26,000, made a transfer general reserve 5,000. What is the total ordinary share dividend paid during the year? So we have to make a statement of retained earnings. Now, starting retained earnings 86,000 plus 26,000 profit minus 5,000 transfer to general reserve. Ending retained earnings 88,500 minus, so 18,500. A option is the answer. Okay. Now come to 25. A sports club was formed on 1st August 2020 during the year ended 31st July 2021. The club purchased equipment costing 1,500 by check. In which of the club's financial statement did this appear? I must tell you, when we buy equipment on credit, it is not going to appear in income and expenditure account. We include only the depreciation of equipment in income and expenditure account. So B or D option would be the answer. A and C is useless. So C, what about B? Receipt and payment account and balance sheet. Okay, yes. Now, this is going to appear in B option is the answer. Why? It is going to appear receipt and payment account, not in income and expenditure, and the balance sheet also. Okay. No non-current asset is going to appear in income and expenditure account. Only the depreciation will appear for the non-current asset. 26. Okay. Now, sports club had 100 members and the annual subscription is $60. Okay. Now, 12 members paid their previous year subscription also. So, what we do here, we'll take 100 members. Plus, suppose 12 members extra because they are paying extra amount. Plus 10 members also who are paying extra amount. Okay. What we have to calculate here? Total amount received. Getting my point here? Total amount received. So suppose we are receiving $60 from 122 members. 100 members plus 12 who are paying double amount for their previous balance, and 10 members who are paying double amount for the next year. So 122 members are paying with $60. The total amount 7,320. But you know, 8 members have not paid subscription. So what we do, if 8 members do not pay $60, that is 480, and 122 members, when they pay $60, that would cost 7,320, and 8 members when they don't pay $60, this amount. 8 members when they don't pay $60, amount is 480. So it means 6,840 we received during the year. Okay. Now come to 27. Bet provided the following information. Net asset means capital at start. Net asset means capital. So at start 28,000, at end 24,000. So the drawings 3,000. So we have to use the formula capital at end 24,000 plus drawings 3,000 minus net asset 28,000. Oh, 1,000 loss. A option is going to be the answer. Okay, 27, 28. Here's 20. Roshan sales for first year trading 55,000, gross margin 20%, closing inventory 3,200. This is the start of the business. It means no opening inventory. See, 55,000 is the amount of sales. Multiply by 80%. So 44,000 is cost of sales plus closing inventory 3,200. 47,200 is your purchases. Okay. This is first year of purchasing. First year of purchasing. Okay. No opening inventory. Now come to 29. Which information is required to calculate the return on capital employed for a sole trader? Okay. These two options are useless because we do not calculate return on capital employed using gross profit. These two are useless. So what we have to do, operating profit, yes, okay. Non-current liabilities plus owner's capital. Yes, C option should be the answer. And what about D option? Working capital we don't include for capital employed. Done? Okay. Now come to 30. What is the best indicator of a liquidity business? Liquidity of a business, there are two liquidity ratios, current ratios and quick ratios. So quick ratio is the best. Okay. A business provided the following information about its gross margin. Year 1, 40%. Year 2, 38%. Gross profit is decreasing. Okay. What could say? Cost of sales is decreasing. Decrease in cost means increase in gross profit. Expenses has nothing to do with gross profit. Quantity of goods sold is decreasing. This could not be the answer. Selling price. It's when selling price is decreasing, it's going to decrease our gross profit. Okay. Sam and Rob each own a trading business. The income of each business solely from the sale of goods. They provide the following information for the year ended 30th June 2020. Sam, return on capital employed 12%. Rob, 10%. Okay. Gross margin 25%, 30%. Profit margin 14%, 12%. Current ratio 2.8, ratio 1, 1.2, ratio 1. Okay. The thing is, now in this question, we have to be careful. Rob will find it easy to pay his current liabilities. No, Rob's current ratio is lower than Sam. So this could not be the answer. We have to be very much careful about that. Okay. Now, Rob expenses are higher proportion to of his sales. Rob expenses are, now, expenses are not given. But see, Rob's gross profit is 30%. Is 30%. And gross profit of Sam is 25%. Profit margin is 12%. Profit margin is 14%. Rob's expenses is a higher proportion to save. No. Sam is not employing his capital effectively. No, his return on capital employed is 12%. Okay. So, now see. In this case, Rob's expenses are showing, okay, let me take the calculator. 30% minus 12% means 18%. 25% minus 14%. 11. Okay. So is expenses are 18%. So B should be the answer. This C cannot be the answer because Sam is doing well, 12% return on capital goods. Sam sold goods are at higher price. I don't think so because gross profit margin is lower. Okay. Now move to 33. Why would the owner of business want to see his financial statement at the end of it? To assess the performance of the and progress of the business. Yes. Not to determine the market value of non-current asset. No, this could not be the answer. To make decision for the following year. Yes. So it means B option is the answer. Now 34. Charlie is a car dealer. Joe wanted a new car and went to Charlie's car showroom. Okay. Monday, Joe took a car for a test drive, decided to buy. Tuesday, Joe arranged payment to pay for the car back. On Wednesday, Joe collected the car and received an invoice. Yes. This is the day. This is a very important day because the car has been delivered. What they are asking. On which day Charlie able to account for the profit on sale? Yes, friends. Okay. Which accounting objective requires that financial information is provided in time for a decision to make? Achha, now see comparability, relevance, reliability, understandability. Where time comes. Only timely information is relevant. Are you getting my point here? When the information is coming after the critical time, it's useless. So time is included in relevance. Getting my point here? Okay. So that's all for today. Inshallah, tomorrow I will come up with the O levels paper 2 of November 2021. Inshallah. If you have any problem, any queries, leave a comment. Take good care of yourself. I'm praying for all my students to pass with flying colors in exams, inshallah, for June 2022 attempt. Ameen, inshallah. Take care. Allah Hafiz.